If your goal is to make some extra cash, you've come to the right place. Whether you want to make money from home, make money online, or get out of the house to earn your extra cash. These range from part-time work to passive income, but most are side gigs you could easily do in your spare time without risking your full-time job. Hi, guys, welcome to my channel. Before we continue, subscribe to my channel. This video about legit ways to make extra cash. So let's get started. Here is a long list of our favorite ways to earn extra cash and make money online. Number 1. Earn passive income by investing in real estate. Imagine getting a check in the mail every few months for just holding a little bit of money in an account. Sounds amazing, right? With Fundrise, an investment of as little as $10 can start earning you passive income through quarterly distributions. The investments do come with risk. Fundrise has paid distributions every quarter since at least Q2 2016, but your payment is never guaranteed. For the service, you'll pay a 0.85% annual asset management fee and a 0.15% annual investment advisory fee. Number 2. Stop overpaying when you shop online. Shopping online has its perks. It's super convenient, but it can be time-consuming to find the best deals. Capital One Shopping makes saving money effortless. Just add the browser extension, and when you check out, it'll scour the internet for coupon codes to help you save cash. And before you check out at favorite stores like Amazon, Target, Home Depot, and Best Buy, Capital One Shopping will notify you with a friendly pop-up if the item you're buying is available cheaper somewhere else. Number 3. Get $10 to start investing in Tesla, Amazon, Apple, and other companies. Even if you don't have a lot of money to invest, you don't have to let that stop you. You can start investing with $5 or less. Stash was built to help beginner investors get started. You can buy fractional shares, partial shares, in companies that are household names like Apple, Google, Amazon, and more. Number 4. Earn money online by taking surveys. Earn money taking online surveys. You can help brands improve their products and services, and get paid for your sharing your opinion. Survey Junkie pays you instantly via PayPal to fill out surveys. You can earn up to $45 per survey. Number 5. Get paid up to $225 a month to watch viral videos. It sounds crazy. And maybe you're not even sure if it's worth your time. But come on, you're at least a little curious. Getting paid to watch viral videos is a real way to earn cash, and you can do it with a company called Inbox Dollars. Instead of watching viral videos on YouTube, you could be getting paid actual cash to watch those videos instead. Every little bit of extra money counts. Number 6. Add up to $300 a month in passive income storing other people's stuff. Neighbor is a website that lets you rent out your unused space to make extra money on autopilot. Seriously. You just sign up on their site, list what space you have available, and people in your city can rent out your unused space to store their stuff. You don't even need to move anything. Your renters will move their stuff in and out on their own, while you collect a sweet paycheck month after month. Oh, and you're protected by up to $1 million in liability insurance too. Number 7. Find a side hustle that could add thousands of dollars to your income. Imagine having an extra $5,000 in income this year. Finance Buzz has you covered. We make it easy for you to get matched with the perfect side hustle that can match your skills, needs, and available time. Stop wasting hours on side hustles that don't work out. Just answer a few questions, and in less than 60 seconds, we'll match you with the perfect side hustle that could help you earn some serious cash on the side. Number 8. Trim up to $720 from your bills with the budgeting app that does it all. Meeting next month's rent is hard. But canceling that random "it was just a free trial" subscription you signed up for 2 years ago? That's hell in internet form. And every month that goes by with needless subscriptions means more money draining from your pockets. Truebill is like your personal financial guardian in an app. Just connect your bank account, and Truebill finds all your recurring subscriptions, canceling the ones you don't need anymore. They'll even negotiate lower rates on your monthly bills, like phone and internet. Number 9. Borrow up to $50,000 and crush your goals. AM1 is a marketplace for finding loan providers, think Kayak, but loans for those big endeavors of your life. Here's how it works. 1. You head to AM1 and enter a bit of info about the loan you need. 2. AM1 intelligently matches you with lenders perfect for you, with rates as low as 2.49%. 3. If approved, money is available and deposited to your account the very next day. Number 10. Get paid up to 5 times a day delivering with Uber Eats. With Uber Eats, you can deliver food across town whenever and wherever it works for you and get paid. Just download the app and upload your documents once you're notified.
How to make money on TikTok and earn big. Social media channels offer great monetization opportunities. If you re-asking how do you make money on TikTok, there are many ways on how to use TikTok for a business. Here is how you can do it. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. 1. Join the TikTok Creator Fund. TikTok's Creator Fund rewards creators for creating engaging and popular videos on the platform for the number of views they get on their videos. To participate in TikTok's Creator Fund scheme, you will need to be 18 years of age or older, be a legal resident of one of the 50 states, meet a minimum following threshold of 10,000 authentic followers, have at least 100,000 authentic video views in the last 30 days, and post original videos in line with TikTok's community guidelines. 2. Sell merchandise to TikTok users. One of the great perks of being a social media influencer is you can also use your popularity for selling merchandise. As part of your influencer marketing strategy, you can use your platform to sell artistic works, t-shirts, clothing lines, memorabilia, and other merchandise to your followers. 3. Create sponsored content. Another way to generate some revenues through your TikTok channel is through sponsored posts. As a social media influencer, you can partner with brands and create sponsored posts to help promote products and services. 4. Make money from TikTok ads. TikTok ads offer good opportunities for businesses to widen their reach among customers. You can start making money through TikTok for a business by using in-feed video ads, branded hashtags, brand takeovers, and branded effects to help you capture some good ad revenues. 5. Accept virtual gifts. TikTok users can purchase gifts and coins from their profiles. They can then gift their virtual gifts and coin payments to their favorite TikTok creators during live TikTok videos, where creators in return can then cash them in and get money. 6. Grow and sell TikTok accounts. Sometimes businesses would like to have a presence on TikTok but don't know how to go about it. You can help them out by organically growing followers along a particular niche, selling TikTok accounts on sites like 123x, Akfarm, and FameSwap. If you plan on creating a side hustle by flipping TikTok accounts, you will need to build a strong content strategy, engage with followers regularly, and publish regular content to boost engagement. 7. Manage influencer campaigns. You can also manage influencer campaigns by acting as a middleman between a TikTok creator and a brand. As an influencer campaign, you help businesses connect with TikTok influencers and make sure key campaign activities are accomplished in return for a fee. 8. Management services. You can also make money from TikTok by offering management services for creators. Here you can render your services by helping them with a content strategy, such as meeting content production goals, capitalizing on offers, and helping them grow their following. 9. Place affiliate links. You can also opt to participate in affiliate programs by placing links on your TikTok post descriptions or even your bio channel to generate some money. 10. Promote music track. You can use your TikTok to help promote music tracks by incorporating them in your videos and get paid for them. 11. Become a brand ambassador. Brands are always looking for influencers that can help them steer customers towards their products and services. As a brand ambassador, you help brands boost their presence on social media, spread positive messages about, and influence consumer sales. In addition to getting paid, you as a brand ambassador not only get paid but also get to expand your professional network as well. 12. Join TikTok's Creator Marketplace. You can join TikTok's Creator Marketplace to work with sponsors and brands, and all you have to is mention their product or service in your videos. To be eligible, you will need to have at least 100,000 followers. TikTok's Creator Marketplace comes with an analytics tool for businesses that helps them identify your engagement, reach, views, and demographics. How to make more money on TikTok. Now that you know some of the ways you can make some serious bank with TikTok, here are some tips on how to make more money with TikTok videos. Create. Your success will rely on your ability to upload consistent content regularly. You will need to continuously create compelling content for your followers to continue to like, share and encourage others to start following you. Nurture a huge following. Just like other social networks, the secret to your success lies in how many followers you are able to garner. You will need to get as many followers as possible, and this requires that you regularly upload videos. The more followers you have would mean the more influence you will have on TikTok. Engage with your audience. As a TikTok influencer, besides generating the content, you will also need to actively interact with your followers. This means you will need to listen to them, produce content they seek, answer queries and produce live streams. Promote your content on other social media platforms. You can help improve your chances of discoverability and engagement by opting to promote your TikTok channel on other platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.
Work for stay-at-home moms. Most moms are looking to stay at home to spend more time with their family and enjoy a less stressful life. It used to be that only a small percentage was actually working from home, because of the fear factor. It is much more popular now, because they see their friends being successful working at home and have a burning desire to do the same. Recently my friend went away on a planned moms-only weekend trip, met some work-at-home ladies, and immediately called me when she got back wanting to know what program I thought she could do. She wants to have a home-based business like many of the other ladies she met. I always encourage this arena for moms, because I don't think anyone can do a better job raising their children than their parents. The more time a mom spends with her children will usually pay big dividends later on in life. The popularity of moms looking to work from home can be easily seen by looking at just a few of the keywords that are searched for on the major search engines daily. They are phrases like work for stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home moms work from home, work at home for stay-home moms, work at home jobs for stay-at-home moms, work from home jobs for stay-at-home moms, online work for stay-at-home moms and stay-home moms returning to work. This is just a few of the hundreds of searched made on an hourly basis. As a work-at-home website owner, I, like many others, have created a specific page just for work-at-home women. There are many good choices on the internet, such as online paid surveys, data entry, type at home, telephone answering, home-based business, just to mention a few. There are also many programs available just for moms that have a desire to work from home. One of the first decisions you will need to make is, do you want to own an online business, create some additional income, or both? Finding a program that meets your goals is very important to your success. My suggestion is to either use a website like mine, but not necessarily mine, that has done some research so that it will save you time and money. There are many companies out there that will take your time and money and give you nothing in return. You either need to use a website that has researched these, or be prepared to spend hours researching them yourself. It can be done either way. If you are watching, you more than likely have the necessary tools to work at home. You will need a computer, printer, access to the internet, some free time and a minimal amount of money to get started. While not mandatory, I always suggest setting up a separate email address for your work-at-home information. You can usually get started in a matter of minutes if you use a website that has filtered out the choices for you. All you need to do is find the programs you want to try, join, read the information that you have access to, and begin working at home. When doing my research, I for companies that have a good product, track record of payments, customer support and step-by-step guidance on how to be successful working at home. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's all for today.
Taking advantage of the best credit card offers. Do you own a credit card? If you do, then you must be familiar with the numerous promotions and programs that are currently on hold to motivate you more to use your credit card for many important transactions. Credit cards are modern money. You could buy food, shop for groceries and pay services bills using your reliable credit card. Furthermore, if you aim to buy goods and services from the many online auctioneers and shops, a credit card would be the sole way how you could proceed with the transaction. Almost all people are now having a single or several credit cards. Because people recognize the advantage of not needing to take cash when going out to shop, more and more people are aiming to own one if they still do not own a credit card. If you also do not have enough money to buy anything, you could also buy the item by charging the amount to your credit card. There are many installment promotions and paylight offerings that are being rolled out by credit card firms for their clients. Nowadays, credit cards are also being used for money advance or loans. By using credit cards, you could easily withdraw cash from the ATM and have it as a cash advance or loan. You could opt to pay the amount in full or opt to pay in installment terms. Credit cards sure impose interest rates on every transaction coursed through the card, but did you know that you could skip the usual rates? If you do not want your purchase to be imposed interest charges, then you must pay the bill on time and in full. By doing that, you are like paying for the item for its original tag price and there would be no credit card charge at all. Almost all people nowadays own their own credit cards. And for those who still do not, they swoon to own one. There is now an exciting landscape in the credit card industry and competition is truly becoming more intense. Every credit card firm is surely doing anything it could to outpace rivals and get the most out of the market. As a result, there are numerous credit card offerings that are almost too attractive just to be ignored by consumers. Some of these offers are also so attractive that some people open credit card accounts just to participate and enjoy them. Modern credit cards offers. Just to dominate in the expanding credit card market, credit card products are now coming with different offers aimed at attracting more users. A credit card can now offer subsidies or waived interests just to boost client numbers. That is the power of competition. Aside from the usual charging waves, several credit card firms also offer more. The cash advance service is one of them. Through cash advance transactions, people can just withdraw money using a credit card. The amount would be treated as usual credit card transactions and could be paid in full and on time to prevent the imposition of interest and other additional charges. Credit cards can now be used to pay different bills, like utilities, telephone, and other consumer services. Through using accredited and recommended automated teller machines, proper payment of bills can be done using credit cards. Almost all credit card firms are also currently offering different reward schemes to loyal clients. These schemes work by motivating customers to use credit cards through different forms of transactions. Through using credit cards, there are corresponding points assigned to each transaction. The more points you earn, the more chance you get at having the rewards. Nowadays, the most popular reward schemes are those that are related to air travel. Different miles points or flying reward schemes are now offered to credit card users. However, the program is not applicable to ordinary credit cards. There are special credit cards that offer frequent flyer rewards. You are advised to apply specifically for such a scheme. If the current and usual credit cards are offering waived annual fees, for the frequent flyer and other reward schemes, these annual and membership fees are not waived. That is the premium you would pay for taking part and getting a chance to have these many offers credit cards can provide. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Business Cash Advance. You've no doubt heard the saying, in order to make money, you have to spend money. As a small business owner, you know how difficult it was to get your idea off the ground, to begin with. You probably had to take out bank loans, providing lenders with personal information, and you more than likely had to fill out stacks of paperwork. You worked very hard to realize your dream of being your own boss, and it has paid off. Now, you might be at a point where you feel your business needs to expand, or you might have a great marketing idea that can take your small business to the next level, or you may just need some new office equipment. The problem is that you don't have the cash on hand to bring those ideas to fruition. You just don't want to have another business loan to worry about, making high interest payments, and putting your credit rating at risk. And if you don't need to borrow more than a few $1,000s, most banks will not consider you for a loan anyway. There is a possible solution for you. You might want to consider a business cash advance. A business cash advance works by allowing you to borrow against the future earnings of your business, rather than using your personal credit or collateral. The money you borrow is deducted from your business's future earnings from Visa and MasterCard receivables until the advance is paid back. All revenue earned for your business through cash, checks, or other types of credit cards is untouched by the lender. There are no monthly payment schedules or finance charges involved. This is ideal for the small business owner who does not want the hassle of applying for a bank loan. You simply pay back the cash advance as you watch your business expand. You don't have to worry about the pressure that a bank loan would put on your personal credit rating or your checkbook. And you don't have to put your family home at risk. Though a high credit score is not mandatory, there are some qualifications you must meet if you intend to apply for a business cash advance. Many lenders require that you have been in business for at least 1 year. You must also offer credit cards as a means of payment for your customers. You will also have to provide a minimum amount in credit card receipts going back for a determined amount of time. The money advanced to you can be used for an unlimited amount of business expenses, from new equipment, payroll, taxes, advertising, remodeling, and anything else you need money for in order to make your small business great. When you apply for a business cash advance, and you meet all of the lender's qualifications, approval is often as quick as 24 hours. There is generally no application fee, either. In most cases, you will have cash deposited into your business account within 5 days. If you need funding to improve or expand your small business, or if you need funding for any other expenses for your small business, you might want to consider a business cash advance. Unlike a bank loan, you won't have to put your personal credit on the line, you won't have to put your house up as collateral, and you won't have to provide business plans or tax statements when you apply. There is no timeline for a repayment, as payments to the lender come from Visa and MasterCard sales as they come in. If you meet all the criteria upon application, then a business cash advance is most certainly the quickest and easiest way of making your small business dreams come true. How to start a business and how to build a successful business. How to build a successful business. Starting a business and becoming successful is often part of the American dream. But there is a difference between starting a business and building a successful business. Many businesses fail within the first few years of existence due to the lack of planning for the long term. There is not enough vision and there is not enough done to strengthen the business properly from the ground up. Before we continue, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want to start a business, there is an easy way to get a better understanding of why some businesses fail and others don't. When starting a business, think about it similar to building a house. If done right, it is protecting you against any kind of storm or danger of the outside world and will last for a long time. It offers shelter and protection for you and your business that could be translated to what you want to have: a business that is able to weather economical ups and downs, equals storm, and that will provide income to pay the bills, shelter and protection. When building a house, there are several different steps you need to follow to have the house built. You know you want a house, but you got to pick a location and get an architect to plan everything out. In the business world, that would be, you want to start a business, but you have to come up with a business idea and work out a business plan. The next thing for the house would be to build the foundation, and eventually the basement, for the house. In the business world, you got to build the initial infrastructure, example, connecting with vendors, find a manufacturer for your product, create a sales team, rent office space, get a delivery truck, etc. Once that is in place, you are able to actually do business and earn some money. But you are not completely done yet. You need to build a frame, put in windows, and you also need a roof on house. For your business, this means that you pay off debt, improve business processes, and get professional help when needed, example, find a tax accountant, select a payroll service, etc. Once the house is built, you probably want to fill it with furniture and make it livable for the future. Nobody wants to sleep on the floor, right? Again, translating this to the business world, it could mean that you invest money you earn back into your business. You buy machinery instead of leasing it. Eventually you buy a building, hire more staff, develop more products, move into new markets, build up a high cash reserve, and buy other businesses and so forth. This is often the step where winners and losers separate. Reinvesting money into the business is a key factor for success. If you go and spend all the money on your own salary to buy things, you have nothing to go back to when the economy slips into a recession or if disaster strikes. The successful business owner has built up a cash reserve or can borrow money from banks, securing loans with the assets of the business. Going back to building a house, this pretty much matches the same efforts. You pay off your mortgage and have equity available to eventually borrow against when an emergency arises. Emergencies do not include paying off credit cards to use them again or to buy a car. Financially responsible you should be looking. Can a successful online business be started with $100 or less? The internet has become a great advantage for many people wanting to start their own business, as there are no longer heavy costs involved with starting an online business and one can easily be established for under $100. Your primary costs for any online business will probably be your domain name and hosting. The primary costs of an online business will probably be your domain name and hosting fees. Domain names can be bought relatively cheaply, under $20, and hosting fees can be decided bearing in mind your budget. There are free hosts if you really cannot afford more, but it is generally better to go for a paid hosting service, and these start from only a few dollars. It is understandable that when starting a new business you want to cut costs. However, always weigh the pros and cons. Some costs can be minimized but some can't for reasons of quality. There are many free, yet effective ways to promote your online business. One of the greatest advantages for starting an online business on a tight budget is that, unlike many offline marketing methods, many online marketing methods are free but just as, if not more, effective than paid advertising. Search engine optimization, for example, is the best way to market your website, and there are many free tutorials available on the internet which will help you to optimize your website yourself. Marketing is another powerful but free marketing method. This means that you can have an effective marketing campaign for free. Sourcing products for your business is free or very low cost. There are a number of ways that you can source products for free or a low fee as well, depending on your budget and what you want to do. Many affiliate programs are free to join, so you can start promoting their products with just the cost of your domain name and host and get free products and free advertising. Dropship companies are another way of sourcing products for your business. They may have a membership fee to belong to them, but customers will pay you for the products before you pass the money on to the dropship company. Payment processors are free and take a percentage after sales. In general, the payment processors that you use will also be free to join and will just take their cut after you have made the sale and the money comes through. This means that there are no upfront costs associated with payment processors. If you decide to go for your own merchant account, then it could become more costly, but this is not necessary. To begin with, most websites use PayPal as their payment processor and this is free to join. The internet has made it easy to start a successful online business for under $100, as your primary costs will probably be your domain name registration and hosting, and this can cost only a few dollars, while many products, marketing methods, and payment processors can be got for free. 4 key questions you must ask. Are you ready to start your own business? Every year millions of people answer yes to that question, and every year that answer costs many of them money, time, confidence, and heartbreak. The Small Business Administration estimates there are 580,900 new small businesses opening each year, and that number does not include the small one-person entrepreneurships that pop up every day. However, even if you are your business's sole employee, then there is still something to be learned from the SBA's numbers. According to the SBA, 2/3 of new businesses survive at least 2 years and 44% survive at least 4 years. 2 of the key factors in the business's survival and ability to thrive: the owner's education level and the owner's reason for starting the firm in the first place. How can you make sure that you are among the winners rather than the losers in this high-stakes game? The answer is inside of you. You must ask yourself 4 key questions to determine whether your own small business will survive and thrive. 1. Are you ready? Have you mentally prepared yourself for the switch from the employee, or student, or whatever label fits you currently, to boss? You are going to be the one making decisions now about everything from office products to product line. This total control is one of the driving forces behind many people who take the plunge into starting their own business, but it is also one of the elements that drive new entrepreneurs crazy. When you start out, there is an endless list of decisions that need to be made and new questions crop up every day. Even more important, you will need to remember that in a small business you will wear many hats. Even if you manage to start out with 1 or more employees, you will each fulfill more than one role in your new business. And if you are running a one-man or one-woman show, then you serve in every capacity from file clerk to maintenance crew to salesman to CEO. Can you handle switching from task to task and role to role like that? Are you willing to make those switches? Similarly, have you prepared your family and friends for this switch in attitude? Your life is going to change, probably pretty drastically, and that change can have a positive or negative impact on your family life and social interactions. It will make things much easier if your friends and family are supportive going into the process. 2. Where is your niche? Have you identified your niche yet? One of the reasons many businesses fail is that they fail to focus on a target audience. Yes, if you are a major discount chain, then you can sell everything from peanuts to wallpaper, but this type of business requires vast resources that just aren't available to the small business. But small businesses dominate the marketplace, creating more than 50% of the private gross domestic product last year, by finding a different approach and niche. Knowing your niche means you are better able to find, target, and maintain your customers, as well as provide the best possible goods and services to that customer base. That focus is one of your best chances to not only survive but to thrive in a very competitive marketplace. 3. What is your plan of action? Another key factor in the survival and ultimate success of your business is how much planning you do before you open your electronic or physical doors. You need to decide if your business will be based on the internet or include more traditional models. Are you going to work full-time or part-time at your new business? Are you going to hire help or go solo? Have you written, or at least outlined, your business plan? Dreaming, thinking and planning can save you much trouble and waste later when things are hectic and problems strike. Planning can also help keep you focused and to balance your spending and time. 4. Who are you going to call? At some point, no matter how experienced a business person you are, you will need help. You will need support, advice, tools, or information, or all of the above. One of the beautiful, and most frightening, aspects of growth is that it can lead you to places you never imagined. No matter how much planning and experience you bring to your new position as CEO, the unexpected will arise. How will you cope with this? It is important to recognize that no business is an island. It is not failure to seek help. Failure is when your business shuts down because you didn't get the help you needed. The best way to get timely help is to work on your support system while you work on building your business. That way you will already have a ready list of resources available that you can quickly tap into when emergencies strike. In today's world, there are many marvelous resources available to you no matter what your business model may be. These include publications, newsletters, magazines, books, people, professional advisors, mentors, teachers, consultants, networks, organizations and forums in your niche, as well as general business and marketing, education and training, tutorials, courses, and seminars. After you have answered these 4 key questions, you are now ready to ask yourself that one big question again: are you ready to start your own business? Your secret marketing weapon. It seems paradoxical, the more you give away, the more people are willing to pay for your services, but it's true. This exact approach has worked quickly and effectively for me for years. The key is that it's got to be good and of high relevance to your target audience. This builds people's confidence that you consistently know your stuff and that you can be counted on for long-term value. People soon realize that if you're willing to give away such valuable expertise, think how great the solutions they pay for will be. So how do you share your expertise with your target audience? Through writing and speaking. And it starts with being able to get your core ideas down on paper in a way that catches your audience's attention and compels them to action. If the idea of writing an article or giving a speech feels overwhelming, stay with me. I'm going to show you how easy it can be if you follow a basic formula that works every time. Formula for success. We've all stared at a blank page, at a loss for words or ideas, and wondered how in the world to write the article, proposal, report, or presentation that is due soon with the deadline looming and no inspiration insight. It's the worst feeling and brings out the procrastinator in all of us. Next time you'd rather clean out your desk than force yourself to sit down and write something, try this easy approach. 1. Brainstorm a short list of things that your clients struggle with. What problems drive them to you? Why are they willing to pay good money for your services? Remember, it's not about you, it's about them, their pain, and their needs. This is now your list of topics for articles and talks. 2. Pick one topic and answer the following questions. What's the problem? What's the lost opportunity? Why is this important to address? What will happen if it's ignored? What's your solution? What tips do you have for implementing your solution? What example can you use to illustrate your point? 3. Write your answers to these questions and don't worry about how it flows or even that you're using good grammar. Just get your ideas on paper, or into the computer. Notice that by now, you have at least a page written. Pat yourself on the back and keep going. 4. Go back and clean up what you've written. Add a catchy title and some headlines to break up the text. Keep your paragraphs short, add some bullets or numbers to guide the eye. Maybe add references or a diagram. Step back and review what you've done. By now, you've got an article. 5. Ask a couple of trusted colleagues, clients or friends for feedback on your draft. Really do this because it helps. Plus, it's a great confidence booster and low-risk way to share your writing with a small audience first. 6. Put your new article on your website. Offer to send it as follow-up when networking. Send it to current clients. Use it as the basis for getting booked for talks. More on how to in a future newsletter. Whatever you do, don't let it languish. Use it as a way of sharing your expertise. For more tips on how to share your expertise through writing, keep reading. Taking a page from Twyla Tharp's new book, The Creative Habit, this prolific dancer and choreographer shares her tips for moving from procrastination to creativity, regularly and with ease. Apply these ideas to your writing and notice the difference. 1. Set up a creative environment that's habit-forming. Creativity doesn't just happen, it's a disciplined skill that can be learned. Creativity is not a mystical, elusive gift that's only accessible to artists. Everyone can develop it. Set up the right conditions and it eventually kicks in. For me, it's the act of daily planning that clears my mind to make room for ideas to flow. For you, it might be puttering in your garden or going for a walk. Whatever it is, do it daily and be disciplined about it. 2. Use an organizational system for your ideas. Over the course of a month, I run into articles, quotes, websites, books, photos, experiences, and conversations, all of which inspire me for an upcoming article or talk. I capture them in folders, labeled by theme or big idea. When I'm ready to start writing, I draw on this collection of resources to inspire and guide my thinking. Twyla Tharp uses a box for each new project. You might find a binder the best catch-all. Whatever works for you, the mere act of labeling and filling your container demonstrates your commitment to the idea. 3. Scratch. Scratching is about seeking inspiration to fill your container. I scratch when I flip through copies of Fast Company and Incorporated magazine or browsing in my favorite bookstore, where I found Tharp's book. I scratch while networking with other professionals and ask what they're working on or stuck on in their business. This is about where you get your ideas. It's kind of primal, and you never know what'll inspire you. 4. Beware of these deadly mistakes: relying too much on others, waiting for or expecting perfection, overthinking, feeling obligated to finish what you've started, and working with the wrong materials. Any one of them will undermine your best efforts. If you're stuck, look at each of these to see if they're holding you back. 5. Find your spine. It's your one strong idea, the toehold that gets you started. The spine of this e-newsletter, for example, is that writing is a core competency of effective marketing. Related to it is the inspiration I found in Twyla's book. 6. Master your skill. You have to master the underlying skills of your creative domain, then build your creativity on the solid foundation of those skills. You can't write or speak effectively about your chosen profession if you haven't mastered what you bring to the table to begin with. 7. Know the difference between a rut and a block. Writer's block is when you've shut down and your tank is empty. In that case, you just need to do something, anything to change the patterns in your brain. Walk away, sing, get outdoors, do some yoga, cuddle with your patai. You get the idea. A rut is more like a false start. This happens when you're using a bad idea, it's bad timing, or you're sticking with old methods that don't work. Get out of the rut by questioning everything except your ability to get out of it. 8. Fail often privately. This includes drafts that get thrown away, early versions that you share with trusted colleagues, testing your message while networking, what's your impression of? And address it before going public. 9. Believe in the long haul. Sharing your expertise through writing won't be easy overnight. It'll take discipline to create a habit that eventually builds the skill. Believe me, it's well worth it. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon to get the latest video,